Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of How's It Burn. My name is Jen and I'm the artist behind North Star Pyrography. Today I will be showing you what it's like to burn on acacia wood. Acacia is a really good wood for wood turning, such as bowls, spoons, pens, stuff like that. It's also really good for cutting boards, serving boards, charcuterie boards. It's a harder wood, it's a little bit heavy, and it's got some really great grain. You can sometimes get it with the white running through, as you can see here. So let's get started. So here we have our piece of acacia wood, and this one has some really nice grain in it. The other side is the side that I had showed earlier in the video. It's just more of a solid tone, whereas this side has a lot nicer colors and some character to it. We'll start with the spear shader. Again, like I've said previously in my videos, it's really great for line work. And this wood is pretty hard, so it takes a little bit more heat than some of the other woods, but it does really well, and it's nice and smooth for a burn. You can feel when you go over the grains with it. But it's a lot smoother than some of the other woods I've used. All right, here's just the tip that I had made myself. I use it again for outlining. I've also used it for shading and texture. I do have my burner turned up quite high because, again, this wood burns at a higher heat than some of the other woods I've worked with. Some of the grain you can get like a little bit of porousness in it, so you might get like a little bit of choppiness, but if you go slow enough and then just go back over it, you can get it looking pretty smooth. Here we have the ballpoint. I use it mainly for stippling to add texture to my pieces. And the wood, it does stipple pretty well. Doesn't smell the greatest when you're burning it. And then over here, it burned a lot quicker than it did over here. Here I've got my flat round shader. I use this one a lot for fur texture, some shading. So you can get good, sorry, my hand's in the way. Some really good fur texture on it. So you can kind of see where it burns a little differently on the grain, so that's something to take into account when working on a piece. Maybe just go a little slower over that area, just go back over it. So here you can see some of the shading. It is a little bit harder to achieve smoother shading just because there's a little bit of pores in the grain. It's kind of hard to see. You might be able to see it a little bit more over here, the lines, but you'll see that more once you do your shading because it'll be almost like a void in the burn. This is one I did earlier and I clear coated it so you can see the wood took on almost like a goldish color, and up here some of the white turned a little bit more on the yellower side. Again, it's kind of hard to see just because the glare of the lamp. So you do lose a little bit of your shading. It looks a little on the choppy side. The lines are really dark. They're nice and black. If you want like illustration type look for it, then this is really great for that.